Emma on the new officer. Good to see officer back up here. Emma, what I like about Emma is she looks at the sections. You know, for me, the future of ladies' trials is important to the magazine. Emma's doing us proud. Then we had on Wednesday Josh Brain from the Isle of Man, another young kid, really nice lad, on a gas, trying his heart out, and once again putting some star rides in. Then on Thursday, Sam Bucock, we had who once again, first Scotland for him. For me, young lad there, supported by Trials UK, putting a lot of effort in. They deserve it. Tyres are £95 retail for a guy to get one of them. It's a good back pocket for him. But today, for yesterday's performance, we've got your son David. He's out on a Honda Montesa. And at the end of the day, he supports Trials worldwide. David does. He's a nice kid. Credit to you, John. I don't know how that's happened. At some point, you're going to have to get some food in him to build him up to the stature you're in. But David's a very worthy winner of Friday's Tyre.
Well, he not only rides his Montesa week in, week out, but he's also been riding recently. He's got a Bultaco Sherpa now, and he also has the Tiger Cub, which he rode in the Pre-65. Very original Tiger Cub as well. And he doesn't want me to trick it up.
I think it's a good idea. That, I mean, it's got the rubber knee pads on. Just out of information, I was talking to ace photographer Eric Kitchen, the god of trials photography, who's actually having the Tiger Cub restored. And me and Eric were commenting on how original David's is. David's, for me, I'm not just saying it because he's your son, he's what trials is all about. Backbone of the sport, just enjoys riding motorcycles, be it a Bultaco, a Triumph, a Honda Montesa. You know, and it's good to see. I enjoy it, and I think the originality of the bike he's on adds some character to the sport.
I think you're right on that, and I'm not just saying it because he is related to me. He's really into trials, and I mean, this is the pinnacle of the year, is riding the Scottish 6 days. I mean, he's a lot fitter than I ever was in trials. I mean, I rode in 77 one year, and he was out this year, not only to beat me, but sure that he's done 3 Scottish 6 days trials, which I hope he does, touch wood, he gets round today, but also his grandfather, the late T. Arnott Moffat, secretary of the SACU for 32 years, he rode an AGS twice, so if he finishes today, that means that he's beaten both his grandfather and his dad, because he's ridden more Scottishes. But I think I've got to say he's probably enjoyed his 3 Scottishes more than his granddad and dad put together.
Well, for me, it's like, once again, I couldn't just pick up on that, John. You said related to it. It's your son, you know. David is your son, so don't forget that. If Mrs. Moffat's listening to this, just give John a slap when you get home. Related, John. Where are we going? Back to David, once again, like I say, it's people in the sport like David. You know, I've seen David have some good rides. He's maybe had a hard week this week, but, you know, the enjoyment factor, spotted him charging over the moors with his good friend Chris Greenwood, and I like to see that friendship side. You know, I know you're friends with Nigel Greenwood, Chris's dad, and it's good, you know, they've friendship forever through riding in trials, and there's a lot of that in Scotland.
Absolutely right. Well, anyway, thanks very much. That Trial X-Lite goes to rider 225, David Moffat, joiner from Culloden. I think we've chatted enough now. We'll get back to some music, but really, thanks very much indeed on behalf of the gentleman from Nevis Radio for the sponsorship. Do you want to say some words, David, now?
Gentlemen?
Yes, please.
Oh, right. I'll come over here.
Come over here.
Thank you very much indeed for the help you've given us this year. Greatly appreciated.
No problem at all. It's a privilege to work with you. You're a cracking guy, and considering it's once a year...
You get the right fella here. Hang on a minute. Me?
You're a cracking guy, considering once a year involved in trials, your enthusiasm's reflected. It's a privilege to be associated with you, and long may it continue.
I do hope so. Thank you so much indeed.
Thank you very much to John Hume of Trial Magazine.
Thanks, John. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you. And you better make sure, you know, because David Moffat is your son.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, you're related to him. He's your kid.
Yeah. I've seen the birth certificate.
Have you?
Yeah, it's all legal.
Oh, sure.
I've got 2 of them.
What, 2 birth certificates?
Yeah, one for David and one for Stephen.
Oh, that's okay then.
He's not riding, but he was saying in the van yesterday, he said, Dad, do you think this trial will still be around for a few more years yet? I said, well, I hope so.
Yeah.
I said, I hope it's going for another 100 years. Because
so what we're going to do with this tire? Are we going to raffle it off, or are we going to, what are we going to do with it?
No, I mean, that's David Moffat's tire. He has to tell us what he's got to do with it.
Yeah.
The thing is that Stephen, having been at the Scottish again this year, he's been up for a couple of days, he's been bitten by the bug again. He's not been able to do so much trials. Because he's at university.
He's been studying.
Well, he's been studying doing downhill mountain biking, but he fancies a crack at the Scottish. There's only one problem.
Yeah.
He's got a bike and all that stuff, and he's got all the kit and that lying at home.
But
he's not very good with spanners, is he?
I don't know, he works for you.
Well, he's technical enough, but you know, it's only now that after a year working for a well-known bicycle place, he's actually able to find a 10 mil spanner.
Send him with Killer.
Oh yeah, that would be a good idea if he spent a bit of apprenticeship time with Killer Kendry of Sherco Motorcycle.
Because Killer's just over there.
He is indeed. Do you want me to catch him? Or
No, we've had enough
alone?
talk for a wee while.
Yeah.
It's coming up at 10 to 9.
Okay.
He's going to have to go.
Yeah, because he's got a job to do.
He's got a task today.
He's on air today, isn't he?
He's on air from 9 o'clock till 2.
So I'll probably
5 hours on air. He is the man.
John Weller has kindly gifted over part of his show to overlap with the Nevis Radio outside broadcast coverage of the Scottish 6 Days Trial, the centenary edition, hasn't he?
He has, yes. He signed a certificate saying it's gifted over.
Fantastic.
He's a good lad.
We'll
talk about him when he's gone.
No doubt you will. Okay,
no, I won't.
Some music now, or?
Let's relay ourselves back to HQ. You talk to your lift in the shopping centre.
Thank you.
And Daniel, what have we got next? Okay. Please do. The conversation here has got decidedly risky.
It did a little bit.
It did a little bit. Hey, Daniel.
He's on his way.
The relief column is on his way.
Yes, I'm on my way. Yeah, I'm in my van right now. I've done it through phone. I've got a dongle which then goes to Telly Bob.
Goes through a lift system.
No.
No.
Look at the camera. There's a clue.
The cavalry's coming.
I really am on my way.
Oh. Is that an order?
Dear me.
Just you wait till he gets to the HQ.
Oh, just wait. Tell you what. Lawrence sausage roll.
Definitely. I could take him one up there, couldn't I?
You could actually.
I'll ask Grandpa on the way out.
Ask Grandpa.
Sure he'll sort you up. Grandpa's
Do you see the way he flexed his shoulders
He did
there?
it. Just
There's
slightly.
a big air movement.
Just slightly.
Yeah.
Go on, off you go.
Thank you very
See
much.
you later on. Thank you very
John
much.
Weller
That's John Weller leaving the park for me. Can we follow him on camera? There he goes. Keep going. Keep going. Don't walk at the people. Watch out for Nigel and Malcolm. There you go.
Lovely that.
He's now left the car park. Well, the
Yeah.
park for me.
He's creating his own exclusions area.
He
there.
can wave. Hello, goodbye. He's swimming.
He's swimming out the car
Swimming.
park.
Yes, swimming.
But it's not raining, is it?
Not yet.
No.
No.
I think
You're
it'll
putting your
blow
arm
over.
around me there for a second. I'm getting worried
No,
about
no,
you.
I'm just supporting myself on the
you
Nevis
have to.
Radio
You have to.
security.
Time-wise,
Sorry.
it is 3 minutes away from 9 o'clock. Now, can you believe we've only got 2 more hours to go of this coverage of the SSDT? Where's he come back
Forgotten something.
Where's he forgotten?
Car keys.
Car key? No, no. What?
This is the morning shift. How's it
Oh,
going?
no.
Does anybody call you back? He's forgotten something. He's
Yeah.
forgot. Oh, hang on. What's he forgotten?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, just in
his
case.
weapon.
Never go
Yeah.
without one.
He never goes anywhere without his weapon.
There he goes.
Daniel, watch out. He's coming back up the station with a
Beheading
trolley.
people as he goes with an almost like a lightsaber approach. isn't
Yes.
it?
He is the Luke Skywalker of Nevis Radio.
Just look at that.
That
vision.
manly stroll. Like,
Oh, it's almost military
like
now.
an RSM.
Oh my goodness.
He's nothing like G.I. Joe that was here
Actually,
yesterday.
my wife put her foot in it about RSMs earlier in the week, didn't she?
What'd you do?
Well, she doesn't really know Sandy Mac because he's never been around when
Do you want
John's
the
been
camera?
about.
Look at the
And
camera.
what happened was she said to him,
Lawrence Sausage
"Oh,
Roll.
I thought no." She said, "I thought you wouldn't look like that." And he went, "What do you mean?" She says, "Well, I've always thought that RSMs look like Windsor Davis off It Ain't Our Fault, Mum."
Oh, no, she didn't.
Well, he just went totally blank, and his face sort of almost turned purple, and he couldn't believe it. I think he kept looking at himself up and down, thinking, "I'm a fine figure of a guy. Why would I look like a little short, stubby guy?"
Pressure, show him off.
That's right, exactly.
Yeah. They're not like that in real life.
But he's
you know.
forgiven
No.
her now, which is good.
Yes.
Because Sandy's a really nice bloke,
He's a good
and he's
bloke.
done a lot for this trial with the refueling over
Yeah.
the years.
And he's done up for Nevis Radio as well, providing our outside broadcast unit, which
Yes,
we require,
exactly.
because it keeps Telly Bob dry.
Dry as a bone.
Yes. Right.
Excellent.
To a tune to the news, young fella. You got a minute and a bit, or we can talk for a minute and a bit. What would you like to do?
Fantastic.
Okay.
Talk
Okay.
for a moment, he said. Yes, sorry.
Yeah, you did. Talk for a minute or so. Yes? It's
Yep.
not a problem at all. It's a privilege and a pleasure to have you in this organisation that is Nevis Radio. No problem at all. I'll be finished this society now. Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, I'll be sleeping.
And probably we'd like to say on behalf of the Edinburgh District Motor Club Limited, thanks to all their daily sponsors that
Absolutely.
have taken part in the trial this week. There's been quite a lot of them this year because it's the 100th year, the centenary I should say. Remember that the Scottish 6 Days trial is in good company with